Alright, penalties. We've all missed them, and maybe some of us have even scored them. With penalty specialists existing all around the world, there's bound to be different techniques. From cheeky penenkas to absolutely smashing it into the top corner, penalties are just a part of football that I've grown to love. Liar! I feel like there's just one technique, one specific technique that needs to be stopped in this day and age. That technique is the infamous stutter step. However, I'm not saying it's totally all bad. You've got players like Robert Lewandowski, my captain Bruno Fernandes, and even Ivan Toney, who makes it look so effortless whenever he takes penalties. As of recently, it seems that this technique are costing teams big games. For context, I hope you know where this is going. Let's look at that final between Arsenal and PSG. And before I just go into the penalties that were taken, come on, what on earth was that final? I mean, I wasn't expecting much from Mikel Arteta, but that was too much. How on earth can you go up 1-0 up in the first 6 minutes and sit back for the rest of the game and not even try and attack that PSG defense? It's like watching OKC flopping for fouls. It's not ethical. And because of keeping 10 men behind the ball, eventually Arsenal weren't able to cope with that pressure and Mosquera conceded a penalty. And even tying that game, I'm not gonna act like PSG was safe either. Ousmane Dembele, where were you? But where were you? Okay, that's enough ranting about the whole match. Let's just look at the penalty that I actually wanted to talk about. And that's obviously Eberechi as a stutter step. It's like whenever I see this penalty being taken, that's not my captain. It just doesn't end up going well. For example, Robert Lewandowski in the last Euros, stutter step, penalty miss. I mean, Mike Maignan was off his line when he did it. Marcus Rashford, Euro 2020, unfortunately, stutter step, penalty miss. And Eberechi Eze in the biggest game of the season, bar the World Cup, stutter step, penalty miss, off target. And with that, and obviously Gabriel's amazing penalty, Arsenal lost the Champions League. And this is no hate to Eberechi Eze at any given point, but you'd think that this penalty miss or this penalty technique was surely just a one-time thing. Surely he's not missed any more. That makes it a miss against Liverpool in the Community Shield final, still won it though, and a penalty saved against Newcastle. Because this technique only works for a handful of players. I know I mentioned Lewandowski before, but he's converted a majority of his penalties with this technique. As I said before, Bruno Fernandes and Ivan Toney. I honestly just feel a nice, simple, normal penalty run-up is now becoming a lost art. And I know he didn't take a penalty, but one run-up I wanted to point out is definitely Vitinha's. I have no idea how he does it, because if you look at that penalty they took against Liverpool last season, I genuinely thought Alisson was going to save it, because there's no way. Sneaking up to the ball like that is ethical, but if it goes in, it goes in. But going into this World Cup season, please, just put the ball in the net, put it top bins, down the middle, or even go for a Penenka if you're feeling like that. Just please, don't put the ball wide because of this stutter step propaganda. I'd rather a player put it over the bar than do a stutter step. Couldn't be my centre back though. And after watching that final, I have now come to the conclusion that Manchester United this season could beat that PSG team.